In an era where global military dynamics continually evolve, the significance of military bases extends far beyond mere symbols of national defense. These sprawling installations serve as vital nerve centers for military operations, embodying the strategic, tactical, and logistical backbone of a nation's defense apparatus. This video delves into some of the largest military bases around the globe, each a small city in its own right, housing thousands of troops, encompassing vast tracts of land, and equipped with state-of-the-art facilities to support a wide array of defense and humanitarian missions. Let's dive in. First up, we have Fort Bragg in the United States. Nestled in the heart of North Carolina, Fort Bragg sprawls across an impressive expanse covering over 163,000 acres. As one of the largest military installations in the world, it is a formidable presence, reflecting the scale and capability of the United States Army. The base's vast territory encompasses dense forests, rugged terrains, and a network of roads and facilities, making it an ideal location for a wide range of military training exercises and operations. Fort Bragg is renowned for being the home of the U.S. Army Airborne Forces and Special Forces, as well as the U.S. Army Forces Command and U.S. Army Reserve Command. Among its most notable units are the 68th Airborne Corps and the 82nd Airborne Division, elite airborne units known for their rapid deployment capability. The base also hosts the Special Warfare Center and School, which trains Special Forces, Civil Affairs, and Psychological Operations soldiers. The facilities at Fort Bragg are tailored to support the unique needs of airborne and special operations. This includes advanced parachute packing and rigging facilities, drop zones, and airfields capable of accommodating heavy military transport aircraft. The base also features comprehensive training areas, state-of-the-art medical facilities, and extensive housing and community support services for military personnel and their families. Established in 1918, Fort Bragg holds a storied place in U.S. military history. Originally named Camp Bragg, it was a field artillery base during World War I. Its transformation into a hub for airborne and special operations began during World War II, a role it has magnificently expanded upon over the decades. Fort Bragg has been pivotal in preparing U.S. forces for major conflicts, including World War II, the Vietnam War, and more recent operations in Iraq and Afghanistan. Today, Fort Bragg's role extends beyond training and readiness. It is a critical center for strategic military planning and rapid deployment, capable of projecting U.S. military power globally at a moment's notice. The base continues to evolve, incorporating new technologies and strategies to address contemporary security challenges, ensuring that the forces stationed there remain at the forefront of global military capability. But compared to Fort Bragg, this next one is even bigger. Fort Hood is strategically situated in central Texas, encompassing an area of approximately 214,968 acres. It stands as one of the largest active-duty armored posts in the United States, providing a vast and versatile training environment. The size and diversity of the terrain make it an ideal location for large-scale armor and cavalry operations, offering a unique combination of open fields and rugged landscapes that can accommodate a wide array of military exercises. Fort Hood is the headquarters of the 3rd Corps, a major formation of the United States Army that commands most of the Army's armored units. It also hosts 2 key divisions, the 1st Cavalry Division and the 3rd Armored Cavalry Regiment, among other significant units. These divisions are among the most potent and combat-ready forces in the Army, equipped with tanks, artillery, and support aircraft. The base boasts state-of-the-art training facilities, including multiple firing ranges, simulation centers, and maneuver areas designed to support the training needs of armored and cavalry units. Fort Hood is also home to the Darnall Army Medical Center, providing comprehensive medical services to the military community. Additionally, the base offers extensive housing, educational, and recreational facilities to support the well-being of service members and their families. Fort Hood was established in 1942, initially serving as a training and test facility for tank destroyers, a critical element during World War II. Its name honors General John Bell Hood, a notable Confederate cavalry general of the American Civil War. Over the years, Fort Hood has grown in size and significance, playing a crucial role in training and deploying forces for major conflicts, including the Korean War, Vietnam War, and operations in the Middle East. Today, Fort Hood's significance lies in its role as a premier training ground for armored and cavalry forces, preparing units for rapid deployment and combat operations worldwide. The base continues to adapt to the modern battlefield's demands, integrating advanced technology and tactics to maintain the readiness and capability of the forces stationed there. And that brings us to our first tropical base in this list, Camp Lemonnier. Camp Lemonnier is uniquely positioned in Djibouti, near the Horn of Africa, on the southern side of the Gulf of Aden. Occupying about 500 acres, it is relatively small in size compared to some U.S. bases, but holds immense strategic value due to its location. Djibouti's proximity to the Middle East and key maritime routes such as the Bab el-Mandeb Strait makes Camp Lemonnier a critical hub for U.S. military operations in Africa and the Middle East. As the only permanent U.S. military base in Africa, Camp Lemonnier serves as a key operational platform for a wide range of U.S. military activities in the region, including counterterrorism, anti-piracy, and humanitarian missions. The base hosts the Combined Joint Task Force, Horn of Africa, CJTF HOA, among other significant units focused on enhancing security and stability in the region. The facilities at Camp Lemonnier are designed to support a diverse set of missions and include advanced operational, logistical, and support infrastructure. This includes airstrips capable of accommodating large military aircraft, pre-positioned military equipment, and facilities for intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance (ISR) operations. The base also provides comprehensive living and support amenities for U.S. and allied personnel stationed there. Originally established as a French Foreign Legion post, Camp Lemonnier was leased to the United States in 2001 and has since evolved into a central node for U.S. military operations in the region. Its strategic importance has grown in the context of global counter-terrorism efforts and the need for rapid response capabilities in the volatile regions of the Middle East and Africa. Today, Camp Lemonnier's role extends beyond military operations. It is instrumental in fostering partnerships with African nations, enhancing regional security, and supporting humanitarian and disaster relief efforts. Its strategic location and capabilities enable the U.S. and its allies to project power, conduct surveillance, and carry out a range of missions critical to regional and global security. Although the U.S. Army is a key player in holding big bases, the next base is from the country of a king, the British RAF Mount Pleasant, on the Falkland Islands. RAF Mount Pleasant is situated on East Falkland, one of the Falkland Islands in the South Atlantic. The base occupies a strategic position about 30 miles southwest of the capital, Stanley. While the base itself encompasses a significant area with its runways, support buildings, and infrastructure, its exact size is part of the broader military defense area that covers a substantial portion of the island, ensuring the security and operational readiness of the British Forces South Atlantic Islands, BFSAI. RAF Mount Pleasant serves as the primary military base for the United Kingdom in the South Atlantic, hosting a range of Royal Air Force, British Army, and Royal Navy units. Notably, it supports No. 905 Expeditionary Air Wing, which includes Typhoon fighter jets tasked with air defense and a range of helicopters for transport and search and rescue operations. The base also accommodates infantry and logistical units of the British Army, alongside a Royal Navy presence. The facilities at RAF Mount Pleasant are comprehensive, designed to support long-range operations and maintain a high level of readiness. This includes advanced radar systems, aircraft hangars, and support for both fixed-wing and rotary-wing aircraft. The base is equipped with modern accommodations for personnel, recreational amenities, and logistical support infrastructure to ensure the sustainability of long-term deployments. Constructed after the Falklands War in 1982, RAF Mount Pleasant has been pivotal in maintaining the security of the Falkland Islands and asserting the UK's commitment to the region. The base was operational by 1985, serving as a deterrent to potential aggressions and a symbol of the UK's enduring presence in the South Atlantic. In its current role, RAF Mount Pleasant continues to be a critical asset for the UK's defence strategy, providing a strategic forward operating base that enables the UK to project air power and maintain a rapid response capability in the South Atlantic. Beyond its military functions, the base plays a key role in the Falkland Islands community, contributing to the local economy and participating in joint activities. This next base is named after a band we all love. Not really, of course, but still, it's an amazing name. Ramstein Air Base is strategically located in the German state of Rhineland-Palatinate, near the town of Ramstein-Miesenbach. As the largest U.S. Air Force base in Europe, it serves as a central hub for American air operations in the region. The base covers an extensive area that accommodates a wide range of facilities, including one of the largest airfields within the U.S. European Command's purview, designed to support large-scale military aircraft operations. Ramstein is the headquarters of the U.S. Air Forces in Europe, Air Forces Africa, USAF Africa, and also hosts the 86th Airlift Wing, which is responsible for airlift, airdrop, and aeromedical evacuation operations across Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. The base is equipped with advanced operational facilities, including expansive aircraft hangars, a state-of-the-art air operations center, and extensive support infrastructure for global mobility and rapid response missions. Moreover, Ramstein serves as a critical node in the NATO Alliance's air defense system, featuring sophisticated radar and communication systems. The base's medical center is among the most advanced in the U.S. military, providing comprehensive care not only to service members but also as a critical evacuation point for wounded personnel from operational theaters. Established in the early 1950s during the Cold War, Ramstein Air Base has played a pivotal role in U.S. and NATO military strategy in Europe. Its strategic location made it a key site during the Cold War for monitoring Soviet activities and as a launch point for U.S. air operations. Over the decades, Ramstein has been instrumental in numerous operations, including those in the Balkans, Iraq, and Afghanistan, serving as a logistical and operational linchpin. Today, Ramstein's significance extends beyond its historical military roles. It is a vital component of the U.S. military's global mobility and rapid response capabilities, supporting operations not only in Europe and Africa but also in the Middle East. The base is also central to humanitarian aid missions, disaster response, and NATO operations, underscoring its multifaceted role in advancing both military and humanitarian objectives. Next up, it's time to go down under and visit HMAS Stirling in Australia. HMAS Stirling, also known as Fleet Base West, is located on Garden Island in Western Australia near the city of Perth. Garden Island is a narrow strip of land that stretches into the Indian Ocean, providing a strategic vantage point for maritime operations. HMAS Stirling is the largest naval base in Australia, covering a significant portion of the island and providing extensive facilities for the Royal Australian Navy's RAN fleet operations in the Indian Ocean and beyond. As the principal naval base on the west coast of Australia, HMAS Stirling is home to a large portion of the RAN's major surface combatants, including frigates and destroyers, as well as submarines. The base is equipped with advanced maintenance, repair, and logistical support facilities designed to sustain the operational readiness of the fleet. This includes dry docks, ship lifts, and extensive berthing areas. HMAS Stirling also features state-of-the-art training facilities, including simulation centers and training ranges, to ensure that naval personnel are prepared for a wide range of maritime operations. The base provides comprehensive support services for personnel, including housing, medical facilities, and recreational amenities, fostering a strong community among the service members and their families. Commissioned in 1978, HMAS Stirling has grown in strategic importance due to its location and the expansion of the RAN's capabilities. Its establishment marked a significant shift in Australia's naval strategy, recognizing the importance of the Indian Ocean in global maritime security and trade routes. Today, HMAS Stirling's role encompasses more than just serving as a home port for naval vessels. It is a key player in regional security, maritime surveillance, and international naval cooperation. The base is instrumental in Australia's engagement in multinational exercises, humanitarian missions, and peacekeeping operations, reflecting its contribution to regional stability and international security efforts. But the question remains, which one is the biggest base? The sizes of the bases vary significantly, reflecting their distinct strategic missions. For instance, Fort Bragg and Fort Hood are among the largest in terms of area and personnel, designed to accommodate extensive ground forces and heavy military equipment. In contrast, Camp Lemonnier, while smaller, is strategically positioned to serve as a critical hub for operations in Africa and the Middle East, emphasizing its operational rather than size-related importance. RAF Mount Pleasant and HMAS Stirling, though not as large as some of their U.S. counterparts, are pivotal in their respective regions. RAF Mount Pleasant's location in the Falkland Islands serves as a strategic forward base in the South Atlantic, while HMS Sterling's position on the Indian Ocean underscores its role in maritime operations and regional security. Ramstein Air Base stands out for its capabilities in air mobility and rapid response, serving as a central node for U.S. and NATO operations in Europe and beyond. Its extensive airfield and state-of-the-art facilities enable it to support a wide range of military and humanitarian missions. Each base holds strategic importance that transcends its physical size. Fort Bragg's focus on airborne and special operations forces makes it a key asset for rapid global deployment capabilities. Similarly, Fort Hood's emphasis on armored units underscores its role in power projection and ground combat readiness. Camp Lemonier's strategic importance is highlighted by its location, offering the U.S. a critical footprint in a geopolitically sensitive region. RAF Mount Pleasant ensures the UK's presence and capability to project power in the South Atlantic, reinforcing sovereignty and regional stability. Ramstein Air Base's role in Europe is multifaceted, serving as a crucial hub for logistics, command and control, and rapid response, reflecting the geopolitical dynamics of NATO and European security. HMS Sterling's importance lies in its support for Australia's maritime operations, crucial for the nation's defence and its role in the Indo-Pacific security architecture. The geopolitical implications of these bases are profound. They serve as tangible expressions of national power and intent, influencing regional balances and international relations. For instance, Camp Lemonier's presence in Djibouti reflects the strategic competition in the Horn of Africa, where multiple global powers seek influence. RAF Mount Pleasant and HMS Sterling underscore the UK and Australia's commitments to their respective regions, enhancing their ability to respond to regional threats and contribute to collective security efforts. Similarly, Ramstein's role in Europe is central to NATO's deterrence strategy against potential adversaries. Fort Bragg and Fort Hood, by virtue of their capabilities and the forces they host, are integral to the U.S. military's global reach, enabling rapid deployment to hotspots around the world, thus playing a key role in the U.S.'s global military strategy.